Oi, how you doing? Waddles is back. Welcome. 1.17 literally game changing. In the cave update, world generation is changing up on the surface and down under the ground. But how much? Today, we're gonna find out. Today we'll be comparing world generation in 1.16.5 to the latest 1.17 snapshot, 21W08B. If you enjoyed the video at any point, tap that like button, really helps out, and special request, if you live on Earth, subscribe to Earth Gang only. Alright, so here's how this is going to work today. Here we have a brand new seed. Right now, I'm in Minecraft 1.16.5. Unfortunately, as of the latest snapshot, we can't actually just update the world, and that's not really what we're looking for here. We want to see how the world actually generates different. So what we're going to have to do is generate a world in 1.16.5, take a look at it, look around spawn, maybe under the ground a little bit too, for sure. Then we're going to get the seed, jump over to the latest snapshot. So, the sea lantern down there is where I spawned in the world. This is world spawn. We have a gigantic savanna biome over here, desert over there, forest and plains, and then this gigantic ravine. Now, I think for the most part, the biomes are going to be the same, but things like ravines and cracks in the ground, I feel like those might be different, and then we might end up seeing a little bit more like water pits on the ground too, because of those water surface caves. Not too sure. So let's say this ravine, for example, how far does this go? 52. Okay, so not very deep at all. Now, of course, under the ground, things are going to look insanely different. The cave should probably be completely different. I have a feeling that most of that lava down there is going to be gone. These ravines might still be here, but they will probably be a little bit deeper. Oh, this could be interesting. Okay, so right here at spawn, right off to the side, we have a tiny cave that goes under the ground and then it winds that way a little bit. I wonder if that'll still be there, but that's kind of what the world looks like in 1.16. I think it's time to recreate the world in the snapshot. Alright, so 1.17, here we are. World number 1. This is the seed right there. There we go. And then we'll flip this over to creative mode, generate the world. So this is going to be interesting. I'm really curious. I haven't seen world generation compared. Exact same seed quite yet. I wonder how different it's going to be. I mean, obviously, once the mountains are added in, everything's going to be insanely different. But on Java right now, most of the changes happen on the surface or right under the ground. So, brand new world. Oh, this is so different. Oh, this is so different. What? Okay, so in the last world, I spawned like right over there, a couple blocks over. This is entirely different. Whoa, look at this. That ravine is gone. The ravine is completely gone, unless that's it over there. This was not here before. This was like little lakes, like small lakes. Now we have this gigantic lake in here. Tons of blocks that we can see now. The hill's still over there. The small cave, though. How about this cave? I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Yeah, it was right past here. Right past the tree, and then we would slip under the ground into the cave. And it's completely gone. Wow, that is way more different than I would have thought. For sure. I mean, it makes sense, but so different. Okay, this just got way more interesting than I thought. Like, way more interesting. Look at this giant crack right there in the ground, too. And then the ravine. How about over here? It was somewhere right in this area, and now it seems to have been completely erased, maybe replaced with this right here. But probably, it's just completely gone now. The old ravine, it didn't even stand a chance against this new generation. This is seriously crazy. I would say that this world right here, exact copy of the last one, is an improvement. Like, this world looks so much better with this gigantic water thing there, and then the deep cave and the cracks in the ground too. This is amazing. This is so cool. We're talking about biomes though, they all look exactly the same. Desert over there, savanna, forest, plains. So yeah, the biomes haven't changed. It's just the shapes on the ground are way different. Look at that island. Next world. World number 2, 1.16.5. Creative mode. This time we're putting our own seed in. For the seed, we will go with quite literally the perfect world seed. Yeah, maybe. Something like that. I don't think I've ever seen this world though. Should be cool. Mushroom Island spawn? No, not quite. It's a taiga spawn, though. That's okay. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to mark the spawn with 2 blocks of cobblestone right there. That's where we spawn. Now, the world. Oh, okay, this is not a bad spawn. We have a forest biome right there. Massive taiga. Huge taiga. Oh, a swamp over there, too, okay? Mountains over here. That would be interesting to see once the mountain generation changes. And then forest. Now, I don't really see all that many surface caves over here. It's probably just because of all the trees, but yeah, this time not seeing as many surface caves as I would have thought. Gigantic mountain over here, though. Really big. And no surface caves. Alright, well, how about we go under the ground from spawn? Gigantic mineshaft. Okay, that's good to know. I wonder if mineshaft generation will be identical or not. Mineshaft right there, and then actually this time, what I think I want to do is give myself night vision and then test something out. Alright, so I have night vision, and I'm flying around, hopefully by spawn. The goal here is to find a dungeon. I'd like to know if dungeon generation will happen in the exact same spot in the new update, or if it's been shifted. Perfect, here we have a dungeon. What is this going to be, skeleton dungeon? No, spider dungeon. Okay, that's fine, it works. What are our coordinates? 120, 150, both negative. That's really easy to remember. Okay, negative 120, negative 150. Yeah, okay, I'm not even going to mess around with that, actually. I'm just going to write that down. And actually, the Y coordinate kind of matters too. Y28. Alright, so right under the ground, gigantic mineshaft, right at spawn. Pretty easy to remember, should be interesting to see. Now, let's go ahead and fly up into the air, get one final good look at this world, then we'll roll things over to the latest snapshot and see what's changed. I'm very interested to see if in the latest snapshot we have more caves on the surface, because right off the bat, if I were to get up like this high in survival Minecraft and just look at this thing, it literally looks like there are no caves here. World number 2, 21W08B. Same exact seed over here. Everything else is good. Let's go. Joining the world right now. Wow. 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 Okay. So I checked the coordinates. We're at negative 181, 256-ish, or so. That's where our old spawn was. So that's going to be back here in the water now, or kind of near it. That's a gigantic cave. That's a huge, amazing looking cave. The mountain biome doesn't even look like a mountain biome anymore because of this gigantic cave. Yeah, it's safe to say that this world is heavily affected too, like completely different. Look at this gigantic cave, and then it goes into the, like under this, look at that. That is so cool, it's like a river, and then it goes under the water. Probably insanely, absurdly deep. Yep, insanely, absurdly deep for sure. What does this go down to? Negative 24, 23 again? This is insane how deep these caves go. It's so cool. So anyways, how about the mineshaft? Is the mineshaft still here? Maybe. Maybe it is. There's a mineshaft, that's for sure. And it's here in existence, but way deeper than it was. This was not that deep before. So there is a mineshaft, but it's really deep now. And actually, let's move over to the exact spawn. So this is right where the spawn was. Is it right here? Yeah, it's here. So there's a mineshaft here, but it's way deeper. How about the spawner? Oh, interesting. Unless I missed something, which I'm pretty sure I didn't. There's a brand new spawner right here. It's a zombie spawner at completely different coordinates. But how about negative 120, negative 150? Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that I passed it, but I passed it. In the old world, right over here at 28, negative 120, about 150, there was a spawner, and now check this out. There are no spawners around me at all, so spawners will generate in entirely different spots altogether. I mean, we still have tons and tons of mineshafts, but that's a really interesting change. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. We have all the new caves, they're gigantic now. How would spawners not move? But, wow. Two more interesting things about this world. Look at this waterfall in here. That is so cool. And then the different watercolor in here too because of the swamp. I still really think that in these new caves under the ground, the watercolor needs to be different. Like, not that blue. That's too friendly looking. It should look different. But the aquifer up here, a literal floating aquifer with a cave underneath it. This is the coolest cave ever. If you wondered about the coordinates, here they are with the waterfall view and then the aquifer with the space under it right there. You already know the seed. And then one other thing, I can see this from a distance. Look at this cave right here. This is the deepest cave in the world. So first off, it's submerged. It's under the swamp water right here. You dive under and then you go down. And then it kind of looks like it ends, but you dig a couple blocks and then boom. It does not actually end. In fact, one block in some spots, and it keeps going. And it goes down, and it goes down, and it goes down all the way. Diamonds right there. Gold, even more diamonds. Redstone like crazy. And then all of a sudden, you make it down here, and you're at literally the bottom of the world. Negative 45, 46. That's crazy. That is like the deepest, most absurd cave ever. And it keeps going. It opens up into this gigantic one with the biggest mineshaft in the world. Okay, this is crazy. Wow, this is amazing with all the chains and the gigantic cave. Wow, this is huge. This is the biggest cave in the world. Last but not least, hopefully, world number 3, 1.16.5. This time, completely random seed again. I like these random seed generations. Create new world. See, when I make a new world, I like to go with random seeds because you kind of literally never know what you're going to find. Like, you get a random seed, nobody has ever seen it before. You get to check it out, find everything for yourself. I don't know. To me, that's the vibe. Oh, yes, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is absurd. 39. The world seed this time around is going to be this one right there. Okay, this is actually kind of perfect. This time we have an ocean over there, which will be interesting to see, and then this gigantic mesa biome. How is this affected by the new caves? Because look at this. There's a gigantic mound of terracotta. Will there be caves like cutting through this thing, like canyons and stuff? That would be sweet. I kind of feel like no, but you never know. Then, actually, right over here, a desert village with a desert too, and then more mesa. This is like the best seed in the world, but it's also kind of cursed. Like, why is there grass here? Is this actually like Desert Village generation? There should not be grass there. Definitely not. Okay, this is going to be another one of those seeds that would be cool to see once the mountain changes have happened, because that's a huge hill. Like, I wonder if that would change at all. But over here, we have a big ocean. Then if we go over here, more lukewarm or warm ocean, and even more mesa biome. Okay, that rock looks like some kind of house or spaceship, and then under the ground, we have caves. As to be expected, caves. Okay, let's test this out. Here I found this gigantic ravine underneath an ocean. The coordinates of this ravine approximately 120, 20, 110. Will this ravine still be here? World number 3, 21W08. Creative mode, more world options, world seed right there. That's good. Done. Just like that. Create new world. The flow is getting impeccable. Perfect. I've got it down. I could create so many worlds now. Record time. Watch out. Watch out. All right, final moments right here, joining the world. We are in basically the same exact spot as to be expected. 39 was the one last time, so we're a couple blocks back, couple blocks forward. Village right at spawn still. Gigantic mesa biome. This world actually looks pretty intact, to be honest. I mean, maybe that structure, formation right there is a little different, but for the most part, so far, so good or bad. Okay, a little bit different over here, actually. This is interesting. A crack through the terracotta that cuts down. Definitely wasn't there. This is one of those new generation things. Over here, we have the cursed village still. That's terrible. I'm sorry, villagers. Ruined portal over there, though. This mountain is changed big time. Look at this. There's a hole in this mountain now. A circular shaped hole, like some meteor hit this thing. Floating sand, that's perfect. Giant hole. That was not there before. No way. Not at all. It was like a big solid hill. And now it's been ruined with circles. The ocean over here definitely looks different, and that's going to be because of glow lichen. Look at the surface of this thing. Glow spots all over the place because glow lichen. Flying around over here, though, we don't really seem to have all that much changed. This hole is a little different looking. But yeah, for the most part, this mound of terracotta is pretty much the same. I mean, it's cool. There are a few cracks in this thing, but I was honestly hoping for like a bigger canyon, like cutting through it. That would have been like really, really sweet. Like Grand Canyon vibes, cuts through, water at the bottom or something cool like that, or just really deep. That would have been amazing. House rock is still there though. All right, so now we have a job. 120, 20, 110. Is it still going? No, there's no way. It's gone. It's literally completely gone, and it replaced with all of these new caves. That's a deep crack, though. Haha. Just to show the haters, though, check this out. Right here, 120, 20, 110, somewhere in here. Not the best accounting, but it's gone. The ravine is completely erased, demolished, replaced with this formation right here. Far more impressive for sure. Definitely very, very interesting. Look at that cave.
That's a beautiful cave.
Okay, no, this is actually really weird. This feels like a bug here. I feel like this should be like a bigger cave or something. Maybe like something's gone wrong here. We have the shape of a cave, or what would be one, but it's just like a few random blocks. I haven't seen that before. I do see a dungeon down there, though. That's cool. Actually, this weird cave generation has happened all over the place here. Check this out. It's definitely meant to be like a winding spaghetti cave, but it's like tiny. Like you would never be able to cut through this thing, and it would make a bunch of really annoying spawnable spaces in here. A mob farm would be like impossible over here. That kind of scares me, to be honest. Yeah, it's safe to say world generation is changing big time in 1.17, and that's before the mountains. That's gonna do it for today's video, though. When it comes to surface generation, which one do you prefer more, 1.16.5 or 1.17. If you want to see more seed comparisons, like goal 10,000 likes. Let's pass it. Today, a big thank you to my patrons, GBFan1984, Divins, and Porgay99. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye, everybody.